Welcome in, friendos. Tis a Wednesday, but we are doing a Phasmo Wednesday. Oh, yes. We have a mission. The mission, if you so choose to accept it, is to watch me over and over again try to get a certain ghost. Tonight's mission is to get the perfect photo game. That is the mission. That is the mission. What up, friends? How we doing? Nutty, thank you for the 9 months. He's a tweesh, baby. Smokey, thank you for the prime for 8. Hello, hey, how are ya? Oh my god. Watch for a month, join server. Appreciate you. Hope you're having a good day. I appreciate you, Nugget. Thanks, dude. Hi, Izu. Thor, hello. Croster, hi. Puzzle, welcome. Cozy. How's the rest of your stream, Cozy? Were the ghosties good? What's up, Inu? My day was good. Day was good. Get a couple days off now, which I'm definitely not going to cry about. Not going to be too sad. Yeah, the Thanksgiving approaches. Yes, many much food day. Many much food. So happy early Thanksgiving to all of said peeps in the States. Is that a flash we hear? Nope. Somebody else. Somebody else. Fifth, thank you for the 18 months. Holy hell. What's up, Queen? Duchess? Hello, Courtney? Lady? Tika? Suresh? Oh my god. Oh my god. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor. All right. Let's see. No, it's Patrick. Carrier GG's on the VIP, my friend. I got you. I got you. Done and done. Done and done. Love the shirt. Thanks. Hope you're doing well. Got a actual PC so I don't lag and fast anymore. Let's go. Juju, thank you for the special message. Thank you, friend. How we doing? Hello. Hi. Hey, how's it going? Hey, how are you? Fact that I got a Hantu photo during a Hantu. Wait. Oh, yeah. And it was snowing out. I know what you mean. And it was snowing outside. Yeah. Warlock, thank you for the subs, dude. Holy shit. No, happy early Thanksgiving to you. No, you get out of here. You had bagel bites for dinner? Listen, dude. Listen. As part of our Christmas Eve tradition, we eat bagel bites and watch Christmas Vacation. Every Christmas, we've done it for years. I don't know what year we're on now. It's been a long time though. It started as a joke, and we just do it religiously now. No stand. Well, I mean, he's the next day. He's the next day. Yeah, Warlock, thank you for the subs, homie. Every Christmas Eve, we eat bagel bites and watch Christmas Vacation. The reason that started, I'll explain, because there's a little bit of explanation needed. Frank, thank you for the 10 months. Thank you for the prime. Hello. The reason that started is because when we first got together, my wife mentioned a lot of traditions that her and her family did. Like, we did this, we would do this, we would do this. And I got on her about it because I'm like, I want to start my own traditions. Like, I want my own traditions. Why can't we come up with stuff ourselves? Like, I don't know, something stupid like eating bagel bites and watching Christmas Vacation. And she said, okay. So we've been doing it every year ever since. It started as a joke, sarcastic sort of thing, but now we just literally do it. Yeah, that's what we do. Car. Oh my God. 58 months. So cute though. We're going to get special plates and everything. We haven't done that yet. Yeah. Me and the family watch Polar Express. Hey, there you go. There you go. Car. Holy shit, dude. And a winter. Holy hell. Look at these subs. 58 months. Tier 3. Mr. Carr. Mr. Carr, I hope that you and the family are doing great. I hope that you eat all the foods. Make sure you feed that little man. You better feed them. You better feed that children's so much food, so much turkey. And please give all the love to Mrs. Carr. Winter, thank you for the 49. Hi, Mr. Winter. How's it going? How's the missus? Oh, my God. Highland Walrus, thank you for the 8. Janiac, thank you for the 26. Jesus Christ. How have you guys put up with me for so long? How? Fancy China? No, they make Christmas vacation plates. So I was like, ooh, we could get those. We could totally get those. That works for me, man. That'll fly. If only kept up with it. Oh, Sarash, you shut your butt. You shut your damn butt right now. Stardiver, thank you for the prime. So yes, we're doing Phasmo today. Today's Phasmo. Yes, more. I was talking to Mr. Chingus about this today. Because you're, oh, Juju, stop it. This is my comfort stream. Why do you got to put it in quotes like that? Why got to put it in quotes like it kind of doesn't exist? Why got to say that? Your tree and lights are already up. Get out of here. That's uncalled for. That is unnecessary roughness. 15-yard penalty. Nope. That's too much. That is too much. Xenon! What up, homie? I'm so confused. I'm so confuzzled right now. Oh my God. Leona, thank you for the raid. Why didn't that pop up in this feed, but it popped up in this one? I'm so confused. Welcome. Hi. Hello. How was your stream? How was the Phasmo? Is it okay? This is going to sound really weird. I was looking at the Phas category earlier today. Were you doing perfect games today? Did I see that correctly? Infernus, welcome in. How are you? Yes, I was. I thought I saw that. I don't lurk people. It's fine. No, it's fine. APOC 3 perfect games. Sounds awful. That's Nuka Dave stuff. That's nope. Ozzy, hello. Xenon, how are you, friend? You're not late. No, you're not late to nothing. We just got started, man. Yes. Well, I hope that they were good. I hope that the ghosts actually cooperated. Kind of. Probably not at that difficulty. Currently on a 6 of 13 streak. Ooh. Damn. I wouldn't be able to get 2, to be very honest. You're half asleep. Of course you are. Xenon, how many hours have you been awake right now? How many hours have you been awake? Like 23, 24? Who's my wife sending me? Oh. Sorting Pokemon cards right now. Let's go. Nice. Are we talking like old Pokemon cards? Or are we talking like newer stuff? I used to collect them way back in the day. What's up, Beast? Came here from YouTube. Welcome in, dude. I slept for 4, I think. Yeah, that's my usual. Yeah, I sleep for about 5 hours a night, probably. Ish. Sometimes more if I'm lucky. It just depends. Yeah. Just started buying. Wait, what? You started buying what? I'm so confused. I cried so many times last stream. You and Chingus are so funny together. Oh, I appreciate you, Warlock. Mr. Chingus is a beloved man. Beloved man. We love him to death. The games are so funny. Had a phantom in prison. I wasted all smudges in the first few minutes of the game. Took 2 crucies with me in a firelight. Played around with the phantom in prison for 1 hour and 5 minutes. Got the perfect game with nothing but 2 crucies on me. And a phantom. That sounds gross. I mean, it's a really awesome thing to do, but it sounds gross. Oh, like memorabilia. Oh my. Hey, that's what I like to hear. I don't buy a lot of memorabilia, but I am a very big fan of memorabilia. The only thing I have close to memorabilia is some of the 90s things that I have on my shelf behind me, like a Surge can and an original Furby and an original Cell from Hey Arnold that was drawn obviously by said creator. All of it hanging back there. An original 90s Nickelodeon phone, all that stuff. Yeah. Miss Surge got one back there. I'm not going to open it, obviously. That would be awful bad. Yeah. Go for a bit. No worries, Ajax. I appreciate you. Yeah, it was gross. Oh, my God. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you for the raid, friend. Thank you so much. Normally, I mean, on Wednesdays, that's me. On Wednesdays, I I normally want to play different games, but just been in such a Phas mood, man. Been such a Phas mood. No point in fighting it. OG Furbies are the devil incarnate. They are, but that one doesn't obviously work. Well, like, I mean, not obviously. It's here. I don't have much light on it, but it's here next to the surge can. Yeah. Sinister, thank you for the biddies. You think we'll ever get more ghosts in the game? I hope so, man. I hope so. It's amazing. Don't fight it. I know. There was apparently an update in Lockdown, which we need to play at some point in December. I'm going to be playing Friday the 13th for sure, because there is the last Friday the 13th of the year is in December, and they are shutting the servers down the end of the year. So we will never be able to play that game again. You know what happened? Do you know what would happen if your Furby drinks that surge? We're living in it right now. Yeah. We're living in it. That's what it would be like. Yeah. Break. Oh, hello, Break. Hi, friend. Thank you for the 15 months. Oh, my God. You asked for a Furby for Christmas? Oh, man. Yeah, that one's an original 90s one. Yeah. Still sad it's disappearing. Yeah, agreed. Rest in peace. Such an amazing game, man. It was so good. So good. Yeah, that's okay. You know. Yeah. Hey, Soggy, how are you? Swanky Pants, thank you for the 6 months. Oh my, hello.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Best Furbies are, wait, what? I don't know what that means. Wait, what? You have a surge, but you don't have a Jolt Cola or Orbit? No, I didn't drink Jolt Cola or Orbit. No. Listen, I grew up in the 90s guy. Like, grew up in the 90s kid. So like the stuff that I have back here is all just nostalgia from my childhood. Yeah. Have you tried the stream bingo feature? I'm going to do that at some point, but I don't want to do just a Phasma one. I'm going to do a stream bingo where it incorporates things that I do on the regular as well. So it would be like, it would be just like some of my mannerisms, some of the things I say, some of the things I like if I forget items, things like that. Yeah. Room tour, there's not much to see. I have a couple photos inside of the Discord though. Yeah. 80s baby, 90s kid here too. Let's go. Hey, Goat, what's up, dude? Dad brain. Forgot the lighter. All the things. Yes. Is it true that DOs are level locked? Yes. If so, what level do they start getting them? 30, I think. Pretty sure it's 30. Flash just... Okay, dude. Oh, did they already? Yeah, you got to make sure to pay attention to chat. If I'm not paying attention at the moment, I'm sure that someone in chat is. So make sure to listen to what they say as well. Hey, PSU. Got a question about no evidence. What's probably the hardest goes to figure out just based off of things like behavior, ability, and why? Depends on your situation. If you're playing a no evidence game where you do not have power, Jin is probably one of the hardest ones because there's literally nothing it can do to make it stand out. So at that point, all you're doing is just playing a game of eliminating every other ghost possibility. Yeah. What makes a perfect game? Well, getting the perfect photo game is different than a perfect game in general. It's a little bit different than a perfect game in general. I'm not just trying to get a perfect game. I'm trying to get the perfect photo game. What does that mean? That means, and allow me to go to the truck to explain. It becomes a very common thing to just take a bunch of salt photos and whatever photo you can to get all 10 photos that you need that are 3-star. My goal today is to get a game where every single photo in the journal is labeled as something different. One interaction photo. One ghost photo. Crucifix. Dirty water. Footprint. Fingerprint. Ghost writing. Cursed object. Disturbed salt. Bone. 10 completely different photos. We're going to try to do that today. The one that I can't get is dead player unless I'm playing multiplayer, and I'm not doing that. I'm playing solo today. Yeah. Sounds very challenging. I don't think it's going to be as easy as I would want it to be. Yeah. We're going to see. We'll try our damnedest, man. I've been thinking about that for a while. I just never tried it, so I figured why not? We'll go for it. So by the time we're done, I should be able to go here and see 10 completely different photos. Yeah. Oh, you need is a volunteer. No, I don't. That to me, that's cheating. To me, that's cheating. I don't want to do that. Just noticed the shirt. Oh, yeah, Reptar. Hello. Fingers crossed. Thank you, Warlock. Appreciate you. Imagine the ghost. Well, listen, to do this, I have very specific ghost needs. Because if I'm going to get fingerprint, footprint, and ghost writing, that means that I need one of those ghosts. I have to have a Pulte, a demon, or a myling to do this. So ultraviolet counts as 2 different photos because I can get footprints and I can also get fingerprints. So we're going to try. So you need a mayor. Shut up, Siraj. Do you count interact? It's 1. No. The easiest way to explain this is every single photo that I get inside my journal should have a different label underneath it. If any of the photos has the same name as another, I have failed. And I got to try again. That's the easiest way to explain it. Yeah. Will you leave early if it's not those ghosts? Probably not. I'll probably finish I'll finish the investigation. Yeah, I'll probably finish. Jasper! Thank you for the prime. Appreciate you, friend. Yes. Okay. Let's get in here. What mode do you think about running these? I was thinking about doing these on pro just to up the chances of getting evidence in general. How can you tell if you get a mimic without letting the ghost hunt? No evidence game where you have orbs. Instant mimic. You could literally go to Camp Woodwind on a no evidence run, go check the camera, go check the video camera. Go check the screen in the truck, see you have orbs and leave, and never leave the truck, and you get it right. Yep. So like if I were to load up a no evidence game on Camp Woodwind and do that until I got it, I could say that I got the ghost without even leaving the truck. Yeah. I feel like the first one is going to be a shade. You know it will be. It's like the game prioritizes a single ghost for you when you load up the game for some weird reason. There's no evidence of that. That's just what we think it is. And if it's one of the other ghosts, like a Goryo or something stupid, well, then I'm screwed. There's nothing I can do. Have you tried getting a high priestess and then taking a photo of where you died to see if it'll give you a dead person photo? Well, are you trying to say where the body was resurrected from, trying to get like a phantom dead body photo? I don't think that would probably be worth it. There wouldn't be a body, correct? There would not be. Where your body was. I mean, you can science that if you want to. Yeah, I'm not going to spend time on it because I feel like, personally, it would probably be a waste of time. Yeah. It'd be sick, though. It would be sick. I think it's very unlikely, though. Sleepy, thank you for the tier 1. Hello? Syndrome, thank you for the tier 1. Welcome in, guys. Oh, my God. Smells like a new challenge. No, it does not. All right. Let me get the things started here, and then we'll get to cracking, man. Because I need to get levels anyway. I'm level 70, so this is going to be a way for us to level up while also trying to accomplish a challenge. Yeah. Hello. I hate ads. You need turbo. Dude, you need to get turbo. If you hate ads, you need Twitch Turbo. If you do not know what Twitch Turbo is, I very highly recommend it. Very, very, very highly recommend it. It is, think of it like YouTube Premium. It's the easiest way probably to think about it. The best. It's the absolute best. I love it. Or you could use a Prime. Correct. You had no idea. Yes. If you have Twitch Turbo, you get no ads anywhere on the platform. Anywhere. Yeah. The way that we always say it here is you sub to support somebody, but you get Twitch Turbo to get rid of ads. That's the way that we look at it. That's the way we look at it. Syndrome! Thank you for the subs, dude. Never get any ads. Hey-o. Might be the region you're in. That might be why you don't get any ads. Yeah. Saw the videos. Decided to check out the stream. Welcome in, Connor. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, dude. Wish you could play this game. Why can't you? Why not? Save. There. Go there. Okay, we're good. We are good. Phillips, what's up? Doom, how are you? What's up, Beast? Sawyer, welcome in. How we doing, friends? How we doing? Because you're broke and can't afford it. Well, that happens. Just save up money and get it. Watching Phas for a year now. Just save up money. Do odd jobs. Get random money here or there. It's like 20 bucks. Do you ever go out and eat anywhere and pay for it? Nightmare, hello, how are you? Kleiner, hello. Parents won't allow you to spend online. So they won't allow you to buy video games. Interesting. Okay, but they allow you to be on Twitch? Interesting. Alyssa, hello. Sell your soul. That's a good option. Yeah, that is a good option. This is true. Scared of ghosts, hello, how are you? All right. So, let us repeat what we are doing. What is the goal of this evening? We want to try to get the perfect photo game. What that means is getting 10 completely different photos in the journal. Not different types of interactions, not anything that would be labeled twice. I want 10 completely different labels in this journal. It's going to have to be specific types of ghosts where we might have to just keep going until we get one. We also have to pray that we have a ghost that messes with dirty water, which is already something that is annoying to try to get, but we're going to try anyway. We're going to try. Cryptic, hello. Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? Welcome in, dude. How was the Phasmos? Oh, we're going to try. Bacon, hello. Test. Thank you, Alyssa. Yeah. Stream is good. Trying to level up. Cozy games. Nice. Nothing wrong with that. If I get it, make it your mission to do the same. I've never, I don't know. We talked about it before, but I've never actually tried. So to get dirty water, I mean, we are gonna have to play on specific maps. Yeah. Also to make it so that the games are not 5 hours long. Yeah. Ghost Street, we're about to start our first one right now. We're literally about to go into our first game. Yeah. I appreciate you, Cryptic. Thank you for the raid, dude. Everett, hello, how are you? What's up, Shelly? If anybody's new here, if you're not in the Discord already, the Discord is there. The rest of the socials are there. YouTube, Blue Sky, Tiki Tax, all the things. All the things. Ever stream Phasmo VR? Whenever I can get it to cooperate, man. It's been such a just back and forth trying to get it to work. Yeah. Can anybody, so the pinned comment that is there right now, can you guys check that for me and let me know if it looks weird, if it's not reading correctly? If it's not, we won't have a pin. I've been noticing in every stream that I've been in that the pinned comment shows the first line or two and then nothing else. And then it's just completely broken off. It's broken. It's not right. It stops. It ends. Yeah. I think we just won't have it pinned. What I could do though, I could have it in my title. I could have it in the title. You can read it on mobile. Is it photos or photo, Mayor? What's wrong with it? Oh, it's just me just trying to get it to go smoothly on my PC. Yeah. Alyssa, thank you, friendo. Yeah. You have to scroll, right? But then people, you have to tell people, hey, no, scroll. Then we just be spending the entire time telling people to scroll. That'd be annoying. Debbie, thank you for the 3 months. Welcome back. Do exclamation point specs, Connor. Yeah. Are you getting dead player? I won't be. I won't be. It won't show otherwise. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, let me make sure of this. Once I know that this is good to go, then we will get to cracking. For right now, I set it as exclamation point photo, Mayor, just to let you know. Yeah. Just sacrifice a friend. No. If you get Ouija board, it's an easy 2 photos. What, interaction and cursed possession? Yeah, interaction is the least of our worries. You know what? We're going to start on Tanglewood. Much love to stay. The eyes have been trying to fight me. Karma. Get some sleep, friend. I appreciate you coming in. Thank you. Thank you for the lurk. Could be software related. I have the same CPU as you, and I've had no problems. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I would love to figure it out. For sure. Pirate Jake, hello. There we go. Yeah. Alrighty. Shall we begin? Happy pre-Thanksgiving. Happy pre-Thanksgiving to you. All right. These are all going to be professional games just so that we up our chances by at least one piece of evidence to get said evidence that we need. If I play on Nightmare, it could be hiding one of the things we need, which would really suck. That would be really annoying. So we're going to do it this way. So, Tanglewood. First up, let's try. You get out of here.
Check the equipment. Get set up before
Oh.
initiating.
I love how dead person. I mean, listen. It is, if you decide to do this in multiplayer, it is a different type of photo, so it makes sense. It makes sense. Still yet to do a nightmare. I'm too scared. You'll get there. You'll be all right. Okay, Alex, you're the one we need, right? Photo incense 25. Okay. We need to be very careful about our photo taking. Very careful. Now, like, if I get insta-demoned, that would kind of suck, but if I can hide, that would be a good thing. We need one of these. We need one of those. If we don't get one, we're still gonna get the, we'll know, hey, it's not this ghost. We'll figure out what ghost it is and yada, yada. All right. Chief Mummy, hello. Onward. Make sure that we can't pick up. I have to take a photo of the bone. I have to. If I pick it up without a photo. Oh no. Is that of things to come? This is where I hide. Oh no. Is that a threat? Foreshadowing? Hello? Not a mayor. All right, I heard that. That was a flippery doodah. Where? What? Okay. I saw. Will be. Saw breath. Was that hallway? Let's get the power on. I used laundry. Roger that. All right. Juice is loose. I don't know what our cursed possession is. You're our only hope. It's not a good sign. That's not what we wanted. All right. EMF 5. All right. Good start. What am I missing? Oh, is it? It's probably Frank. Oh wait, what? Hold on. Oh wait, is it the cards? Oh, gross. It's the cards. Oh, I didn't look over here. Oh. What is that? What is that? What is this green light that is behind the TV? What the? I don't know. Weird. Okay. Anyway. Shut up. That's weird. Finally got the heater fixed. Nice. They added LED. Oh, backlights. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. All right. Ghosties and laundry. We'll just, you've been touching a lot of doors and switches, so that should probably be okay. We're going to take a photo camera, though, because you're going to show up and we're ready for it. Hey, Bacon. We're good. How are you? What up, Sparky? Debbie, thank you so much for the 3 months. Welcome back. It's a year 8. No, it's not. No, see, no, you're A. It's fine. Seeing instant breath, though. Oh! Imagine. Dude, imagine. Okay, we're leaving you here. We're not taking chances. We need the book. We need the writing book. Oh, excuse me. So, we have EMF and ultraviolet. The only way that I can do this is if I get writing. That is the only way. 'Tis the only way. All right, we're gonna bring in one of you. We're also gonna bring in... Well, I need disturbed salt. I'll need it anyway. You won't get writing? How dare you? How dare you? Sparky, thank you, dude. Puka Shell, what up? Okay, okay, okay. EMF 5, okay. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Be the ghost that we want you to be. Come on. Be that ghost. Be that ghost. We need ace. We need one single salt pick. So I could have done that, but that's okay. It's probably going to count as an interact. Oh, fingerprint. Okay, there's one. Okay, I need you to walk. We need you to walk. Come on. These are the ghosties we have. We need a footsie. Come on. Oh. I have to be so careful. I have to be so careful. Okay. 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 Oh, I have to be so freaking, you know what? We'll be fine. Fingerprint, interaction, tarot card, bone. All right. I need to like keep track of this. I need to like keep track of this. I need a footprint. You have not walked in this yet. What are you doing, dude? Do I have writing? No, I still need writing. Okay. Take you over here. Uh-huh. Okay. All right, we're looking good. I have to make sure it's not an interaction photo. I could go get more salt just to be sure. Is it closer to the garage door? It might be. It might be walking back and forth over that way. Yeah, I might go get more. It'd be nice if it walked over this way. Because again, I don't want an interaction. Nope. I can't risk it, dude. I can't risk it. I can't risk it. That was really, really nice. Really, really kind of you. But I need to make sure I get it right. Well, I mean, it's over there now. If this is the room, let's pretend that, yeah, like, cold breath is here. So it should walk that away. Like it just did. Footprint. Okay. can't delete photos if it's wrong. If it is a 3-star photo, I can't delete it. Yeah, Slugger, how are you, friend? Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Fingerprint, tarot card, interaction, bone, ghostwriting, footprint, disturbed salt. Okay. 3 more. 3 more. So what do I need? I need dirty water. We needed to, oh man. Okay, I wonder if I'm having thoughts. I kind of want to keep this on me just in case it shows up. Ghost water crucifix. Okay. All right, I'm going to move all these things away. Move all of this stuff away. We're going to get every item away from the water. Oh, you can't be picked up. That was rude. Just got the breaker on us. Okay. Make sure no cruci interaction. Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah. I'm going to make sure, like, the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to use the EMF. It should work where when the EMF stops going off on the crucifix, that I can take a photo of it and it's just a burnt cruci. Yeah. It should work. All right. We need you to interact with this. We need you to interact with this. Oh, God. Okay, there's the ghost photo. Elite, how are you? That plate, yep, that's where that belongs right now. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I'm on edge. I'm so on edge right now. Okay. I'm gonna need you to hunt eventually. But I kind of don't want it to yet. I need the dirty water photo. That's going to be the tough one. That's going to be the tough sell. Okay. Let's take this in there. We don't want to sell this game. We don't want to sell it. Pants photo. But how can you get the dirty water to... I can't make it happen. That's the thing. It has to decide to interact with this. It has to decide to. So, is there anything you can get instead of dirty water? Not in the sense of like a different photo. Yeah. Why would I draw cards? I have a ghost photo. I need crucifix and I need dirty water. Yeah. Hey Beast, how are you? Throw everything at Diney. Yeah, that's my plan. Tis the plan. I'm just seeing what's in my inventory right now. We throw things. That's a smudge. No, that's a smudge. There we go. A knife. Why do you need dirty water? Because I am attempting to get a perfect, satisfying photo game where every single photo in my journal has a different name. Every single one. And so far, we are on track. I have... It's dark. Come on, go in the light. Fingerprint. Tarot card. Interaction. Bone. Ghostwriting. Disturbed salt. Footprint. Ghost. So we are on track, but man, I needed to interact with this sink, or I have this sink, the sink in master, or the sink in the main bathroom. So it's hanging out in garage, which is not a bad gig. Not a bad gig. If it decides to interact through the wall, it could do this. Well, there's no beeping car photo. Is there a sink in the garage? There is, but it's not something that can actually be interacted with. Yeah, the crucifix is the one that I'm going for. So after it burns a cruci, and then this. There's no other options. No other options. A blown firelight is an interaction. Yep. EMF 5 is not an EMF 5 is not a photo. EMF 5 would just be an interaction because EMF 5 is a 25% chance of the other EMFs, of EMF 2 or 3. So it would just be an interaction. Yeah, wouldn't work. Wouldn't work. We need this. We need this. What are the other options I could do here? I could sit in the dark to lower my sanity, maybe to make it a little bit more active. That is possible. Oh, Jesus. Fork you, dude. Crying's an option? Yeah, I guess so. Can't you just hide in the closet? Yeah, that's boring. I don't want to do that. No, you cannot fix light bulbs. That would be super funny, though. You have like a repair. You have like light bulbs inside of the truck. You've got like pliers, all kinds of stuff to just repair everything that's here. He darkened it for me. That doesn't make the sink go dirty. Alex, we need you to poop in the sink. That's not what that means, Alex. Here, you know what? Emil, how are you? Ghosts have no respect. They do have no respect. I could... They do have a garage sink. It's just that it doesn't fill with water. Yeah. Thank you, Tika. Hey, Riku, what's up? Oh, okay. Now hold on. Now hold on. Oh, that's right. You burst the lights because you suck and we hate your face. I forgot. We want to be careful, SpongeBob. What I might do... Hold on. I'm taking this with me. We're taking it with us. It's coming with. It's coming with. Needs to respect his elders. Amen, man. Amen. Cleanse incense. 25. I mean, oh. I kind of want to get the perfect game. You know what I mean? Kind of want to get the perfect game. What about a firelight by the sink? Well, the problem with that is it might prioritize blowing out the firelight instead of actually interacting with the sink. That could be the issue. Yeah. Monk, thank you for the tier 1. I'm being extra sure that this is not going to give me some stupid interaction photo. The most perfect of games. That's right. Okay. So now, this should be a burnt crucifix photo. Okay, because look, you see that not going off there? If it's been sitting here for 30 minutes. We are one poop in the sink away. One poop in the sink. All right. I kind of want to let my sanity go down below 25. Kind of want to let it go below 25. Don't the cards give you a random interaction? But it would just be an interaction. We already have an interaction. Look. Fingerprint, tarot, interaction. It's not, it would just give me another interaction. Yeah, it wouldn't be any different. What I might do, I don't have the photo camera on me, just to be safe. Yeah. Pooping in the sink for Ghosty? Correct. Hiding. We're just checking. You never know. Last ditch effort, you know? Things go south. We'll see. We will see. Night! Thank you for the prime. Okay. It's so quiet. Emil, thank you for the prime. It is so quiet. Okay. What I might do. Might sit like this. Although, where's the other crucifix? Ah, crap. Ah, crap. No, trying to pull cards to get a tower card is an awful idea. Do ghost gambling? No. Okay. Oh my god! Holy shit! All right, well, dirty pants photo acquired. Well, anybody else? Gonna go to the pants store. Anybody you coming with? Uh-oh, that's bad. Okay, dude. And you fart on me? That's rude. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, listen, dude. You just touched the locker. This is shenanigans. That's right. This is bull crap. I don't know where it's going to start now. Okay, yeah. I don't believe you. I knew it. I knew it, you piece of shit. I knew it. Why are you a psycho? Go poop in the sink. Well, I definitely should be below 25. Okay. You're there. Okay. Okay. We're gonna go take sanity. We're gonna go take sanity now. Because I can cleanse whenever. That doesn't matter. I can cleanse whenever I want. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Monk, thank you for the bits. Endless, hello. Hi. Cool, man. Groovy. Edward, thank you, dude. Appreciate you. What's up, Billy? Hi, Endless. How are you? Oh, thanks, Leo. Appreciate it. Monk, thank you for the subs. There's poop in the sink from you. Oh, well, it needs to be from the ghost. It needs to be from the ghost. All right, cleanse is the easy part. That's fine. That's fine. We're at 90 sanity. I'm going to save that guy in case it vents on us anymore. But we have smudges in there and all that jazz. I need it to interact with the sink. I need it to interact with the sink. It needs to be authentic. Correct. Authentic cuisine. Ooh. Ghost, please. We need you to make boopy here, please. Mud fudge? Yeah, what's wrong with that? What the problem is? Okay, like, I know you're here, and that's so cool. No, we're taking your toys away. No, 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 no. Your toys are mine. You're out of there. You're out of there. Smash it with a hammer? I should. Nope. 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 You're losing all your toys. I'm even taking your shovel. That's right. You're losing literally everything. Literally everything. Shovel over there. That makes perfect sense. Yep. Block off the door. Wish the garage sink would count. Yeah, me too. Unfortunately, that doesn't work. Yeah, see, we have a sink here. It just doesn't turn on. You're losing all your toys. The hope here is that by taking away all of this stuff that it can throw and mess with and interact with, that it ups the chances of it interacting with the sink. That's the hope here. We will see. We will try. But Tash, I saw you, friend. How are you? How's the rest of your stream? Oh, that's what happened. I was so confused. Astral, thank you for the Prime. Monk, thank you for the gifted. Hate when the plumbing isn't finished, right? Right? Come on, man. It already looks like it's seeping. Just finish the job. Just finish it. The ghosties aren't too mean. Well, we got one being a stinker. You know, I need to smudge you anyway. Here, eat that. Leave me alone. No. Go away. Shoot. This over there. That over there. All right. Wonder if it'd be possible. Is it possible? Oh, you know what I could do? Hold on. Okay, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I could... we could set up a cam. We can set up a cam. The audacity of this ghost. Give it some laxatives. We got a sync cam. That's right. It's gonna throw the camera out, imagine. There we go. Look at that. If that sync turns on, game over. Will it happen? Three days later. Why do we need a sync photo? Because I am a single photo away from having a perfectly satisfying journal. Fingerprints, interaction, tarot card, bone, ghost writing, footprint, disturbed salt, ghost, burned crucifix, dirty sink. One photo. One photo. My supporter of indie games? Sure am. One would probably say that Phaz would be considered indie. Another salt? No, because that would literally defeat the purpose of having 10 different photos. If I have another salt photo, that's 2 salt photos. Yeah. Hey, thank you for the subs. Arcane, appreciate you, dude. Oh, the challenge only works if I'm playing solo. This challenge only works if I have a ghost that gives me ultraviolet and ghost writing. If you're playing on, if you're playing with other people, you can not get one of the, like, not get ghost writing and get a dead player photo, but then somebody would have to sacrifice themselves. Yeah. What about the shower? It would be an interaction. It would be an interaction. No, it has to be the sink. It literally has to be the sink. Yep. So, 'tis our hope, man. 'Tis our hope. Evidence points to a myling. It surely does. It surely does. If anything, I might need to go stand in that room just to hope hopefully the ghosty will start interacting over there. Yeah, man. And we will see. We will see. Roscar, thank you for the gifted. Appreciate you. Monk for the gifted. You guys are crazy, man. Thank you. What is the cursed? Tarot cards. That doesn't do me any good. What's up, Robbie? It doesn't do me any good at all, man. Can you not turn the water on yourself and then it changes? No. The ghost has to interact with it. Ghost has to interact with it. When you need Frank, yeah, to cause interactions in a safe way. Right. But tarot's fun. Is it? In a solo game, is it fun? Is it? Truly, thank you for the prime. Hello. Do you think about speaking to all your viewers like they're in an auditorium? No, because I address people individually. Could you ask on the spirit box for a sign? No, it wouldn't be helpful for me. We have a myling. Yeah. Even so, talking on the spirit box is not going to up the chances of it. Yeah. Yeah. Tarot cards are Gamba funny? Yeah, they could be. They could be. Did I see a Gaga? Did I see a Gaga? Is this my job? One could possibly consider it a job. It is one hell of a fun job, but no, this is not my main job. No. I work 50 plus hours a week being a cinematographer, a lead video editor for a production house. Think it's trolling me? No, I just think it's deciding not to interact with the sink. We might have to go in there and try to coax it. Maybe stand near it a little bit, you know? Well, that's rude. Huh. That wasn't very nice at all, now was it? Ghost is kind of a jerk, huh? Ghost is kind of a jerk. Maybe he didn't want us to watch him. Maybe he's shy. Which I get it. I understand. That makes sense. Ghosty. Are you shy? We really, really need you to do the thing. Do you like people watching you? I have 3 kids. You think they don't knock on my door at all times? Over here. Over here. Yeah, come here. Come here, dude. Come here. Yeah, yeah. Okay, you're there. Just do it. Just do it. Do the thing. You're standing there. No, go back. Go back. Gotta say please? Oh, God. Now we gotta be all nice and stuff. This is a really weird thing to ask. Alex Strafen, can you please poop in the sink? Alex? Alex? Sound sensor would help. Oh, yeah. If we're just trying to sit in the truck and listen for it, yeah, absolutely would. He's judging me? Oh, he is? Hey. You think he should do it, right? I agree. That's a poopy sink. The suspense. The suspense. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. Oh my word. Alex, you are a gentleman and a scholar. I commend you for all that you do for this game and for all those that walk into your house and never leave. Good day, sir. I'm leaving it on too. I'm leaving it on too. So, we not only have the ghost, which is a miling. We have all 3 objectives. We have the bone. And we have 10 completely different labeled photos. Fingerprints, interaction, tarot card, bone, ghost writing, footprint, disturbed salt, ghost, burned crucifix, dirty water. It's nice. That's nice. Well, time to pack it up, except leave everything else. Time to pack up everything except for the rest of the stuff. There they are. Look at how they're labeled too, because they're all going to be labeled differently as well. Paul, thank you for the 2 months, man. Alex, appreciate you. Oh my Lanta. Ghost left UV evidence that started writing. It's writing something in the book. That's funny. That's funny. The interaction counts as a writing thing, and that counts as a writing thing. Actual UV footprints from the ghost. We found some remains. This crucifix stopped an attack. It made the sink water dirty. Ew. Finally, proof of a ghost. Some cards we found. They do crazy stuff. And they stepped in salt. This one's probably my favorite. This is definitely one of my favorites here. Right there. Right here. It made the sink water dirty. Ew. That's good stuff. That is good stuff right there.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Oh, that's satisfying. You know, I wasn't expecting to just load, like I wasn't expecting to just log in. First map. Literally the first map we try this on. Actually make it happen. Warlock! This is the real perfect run, right? This is the real perfect run. Warlock, thank you for the subs, homie. Now let's go look at the truck. Got some dailies in there too. Now let's go look at the truck so we can look at all the photos. Oh, I saw it, Mayor. Oh, I saw it. Because look, you see these two, how they look similar because of the writing book? This was technically an interaction, and then that was the actual writing. Well, that was a good stream, guys. Appreciate you. That's what we're here for. Oh my God. Holy hell. Alfred, hello, dude. Thank you. Jolie, thank you for the tier 1. Welcome in. Warlock, you're crazy, dude. All right, I do have ads to run, guys. We're going to go ahead and do the ads now to get them out of the way, and then we'll continue forward. All right, well, I guess we need a new idea. I wasn't expecting that to happen on the first round, so let's start doing some things. But I do 3 minutes of ads every hour, so that way we do not have pre-rolls for everybody that is not a sub or doesn't have turbo. Well, some of you are not going to get ads now. Royal and Monk. What the hell, dude? All right, 3 minutes. We'll be right back. Jesus Christ, guys. My God, what is happening? Good grief. All right, let's go to the ad screen. 3 minutes, guys. It'll go by quickly. It'll go by quickly. Oh my God, endless. Challenge accepted. God, dude. Stream Elements is done. Yep. It's having issues. Yeah, it's having issues. You guys know there's no hype train running, right? We're aware of this. We do know this. We are aware. Henry, hello. How are you? We're having a good night, friend. Yeah. Am I doing nightmare mode? I will do nightmare mode. Yeah, I will. Thanks for the endless content on the oh, Monk. I hope you've been enjoying the game, dude. Stream Elements needs a vacation and a cigarette. My God. Any plans for Thanksgiving? Just chilling at the house, man. We have everybody's coming here. Everybody's coming here. So with tier 1, no. Why is everyone saying nightmare mode? No. People just enjoy nightmare mode. Yeah, it's my favorite game mode. It is by far my favorite game mode. It's gonna play for 15 minutes. We might. It's not supposed to play like that, and I don't know why it is. Elements is going through it. Yeah, I think it had a problem, and now it's doing that. We might need to get it to stop. Oh my God. Hold on. Can't bring yourself to play it. Oh, dude, it's so fun. Oh, maybe it stopped on its own. Oh, there we go. There we go. Blaze, I'm good, man. How are you? Plan nightmare, no evidence, but you can only choose five items of your choice to figure out the ghost. Somebody else said that. They said something like you can only go in with 3 items. I've done runs where I've found out the ghost using literally nothing. So I didn't go in with any items at all. Not a single item at all. And then found out the ghost was. Royal, this is not the entrance that you make, Royal. Turn off the I didn't turn off anything. This is Stream Elements having a stroke. I turned off nothing. I didn't turn off anything. This is Stream Elements struggling to catch up. Yeah, I didn't turn off a damn thing. It is going through it right now. Royal. Monk! Oh my God. What is going on? I don't know. Oh. Poor Stream Elements. It needs a shoulder rub. Poor Stream Elements needs a rub. All right. Well, we got the perfect photo game. That's done. Next, I could play a nightmare game while we try to figure it out. Owe you 3? No, I don't owe you 3. I do owe you 1 though. Did my first no evidence run, but he's ended up dying in prison. I got lucky. Favorite room ended up in the front. Was able to figure it out. Nice. Oh, dude, getting playing prison and getting the ghost up front is so nice. it's so nice. Your ad just restarted. I would refresh the stream. Courtney. It shouldn't have. Definitely shouldn't have. It's fighting hard. Yeah, it's having the struggle of its life right now. That's okay. Let me go here. Use the ad break to switch over. Hey, Nelly. Appreciate you, dude. Appreciate you, dude. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Walk me through a nightmare run. Still getting used to these ghosts. I could do that while we try to decide what we want to do next. But at first I have to do this though. Yeah, unfortunately I have to do this. Yeah. Infinity, I see you, dude. It's eventually going to catch up. Mog, thank you for the gifted to leave. Infinity, thank you for the 18. All right, there's 3 here. Wait, hold on. No, you know what? No, you know what? I'm actually going to choose it. There's a reason I'm going to choose it. Just to be clear, this was not purchased with the thought of Thanksgiving. Just to be clear. Can't be that bad. I would highly suggest that you buy these and try them and let me know how it goes. If you wouldn't mind. You purchase them, try them, and then let me know how it is. I've seen those. Yeah, they're not good. No, I'm good. No, you should try. Anybody that thinks that they probably are good, give it a shot. Yeah, go ahead. Where do I get it? You can go to Amazon. Yeah, Amazon, easy buy. I do like pumpkin pie. This just smells like cinnamon. And I hate cinnamon. You've had the bacon ranch is the worst. Literally the worst. Pass on that. Sorry, buddy. All right. Well, we do this. We'll play a nightmare game, and then we'll talk about what other challenges we might want to try. If you ever have any Phasmo challenges, by the way, that you want me to try, that maybe we've missed in chat or we haven't seen, I have a channel in Discord for Phasmo challenges. Please feel free to put them in there. Please feel free. Brutal, welcome in. Thank you for the prime. This is for you and everybody else, you fucking psychopaths. On our way to a large... Well, wait, what is today? 27th? Now we still have a few days. Delish. Oh, that's fucking disgusting. Oh, it's just straight cinnamon. Oh. Oh, that's so bad. Oh my God. Happy Thanksgiving. Appreciate you. Hi, Aggressive. How are you? Oh. Hi, Hari. Hello. Well, my stomach feels like shit. We are going to play a nightmare game while we try to figure out what I want to do next. I was not expecting to do that in a single game. I've had a drink before. I might have. Was it chilled? It is. It was from my free. I have it in the fridge. Oh, it flashed. It doesn't feel great right now. Yep. It doesn't feel very good. Downloaded Lockdown. Let's go. Don't get sick. No, I'm fine, man. It's just... We're good. How about this? We're a democracy here. You guys decide. Where do you want this nightmare game to happen? 1 through 14 in chat. Your vote counts once, and it's only on the purple side because we can't find a way yet to do a cross mingling of the platforms to do voting. But 1 through 14, I'll give you a minute while I let this settle so I can breathe. Oh my God. Brutal, thank you for the prime, dude. Random shouldn't be an option. I should take it out. I should take it out. Oh, thank you, Em. That was kind of you to say, dude. Thank you. No, Nico, it doesn't count over there. Unfortunately, I can't. There's no like cross-platform voting where like all of the voting, no matter what, counts. I should try to figure something out. Yeah. Oh, I am talking to the person. If you guys have if you've ever seen the ghost guessing, that happens in some people's chat, I'm talking to the creator of that because I want some changes to it. So we will see. Lottie, hello. So we'll see. Yeah. There's a couple things that I want changed, that I would like changed anyway, if possible, to use it. Because I want to use it, but I want to do it in a different way. Oh, I should play all of them at once. Oh, every single map at the same time. That'd be a good video. No, Papa, I like doing that occasionally. No. I know there's some people that like to do ghost gambling a lot. I don't find that much excitement out of it, doing it all the time. I like it doing it intermittently, but if I were to do it every day, no way. Nah, that's not that as enjoyable to me. Yeah. Is there a way for folks to vote in Discord? I don't want to do that because then to make you go off platform to vote, I think would be annoying. I think that would suck. Started playing Phasmophobia when it came out on console. Loving along with the tips and advice on the ghost hunting. Appreciate you, Delayed. Yeah. Yeah, I do voting things in the Discord. We do stuff like that, but not for something that's happening live right now. No. Oh, man. Okay, it's coming. Pumpkin's coming back. Oh, look, it's random. That's crazy. No way. Get out of here. That's crazy. No way. Try to do it on every map? No way. No. Why does the vote exist at this? Sometimes it's not. There are times where people pick a different map. Sometimes. Not often. Can you do a multiple of 24x? No, that doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. Daft, hello. All right, we'll do this. We'll do a random nightmare. We'll talk about what we want to do next because we weren't expecting to complete the perfect. I need to come up with a name for it. Like the perfect photo game. So we'll see. But we are going to go to Point Hope. Point Hope. I didn't know any maps. I chose random. You're good, Tyler. No worries, man. You're good. No worries. The picture perfect challenge. Ooh, I like that. I like that. It rolls off the tongue. I do like that. You know what? I'm even going to write that down. I'm going to write that down. Actually, that was a good one. That was a good one. Do we like that? Can I get ones in chat if we like the name? Because I don't know if anybody else has done this. Smile for the camera. No, that can't be the name. Nah, picture perfect challenge sounds good. I like that, man. I like it. I dig. Okay. It has been noted. And call it cheese. Oh, man. The Peter Parker challenge. The problem with that, while I understand it, not everyone would. They'd be a Peter Parker Spider-Man. What the hell? What the hell? Oh, my God. Person who Phasmophobia came out on console. Tell me how to do no evidence runs. Teach each ghost the abilities. So thank you. Hey, Hawks. Hell yeah, man. No, happy Thanksgiving to you too. I appreciate you. Seriously. There's been so many new peeps recently. Everywhere. Whether it's here, Purple app, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube or TikTok or in the Discord, whatever, you name it. There's been so many new people that have been coming to the game for the first time, whether it's on console or it is just you bought it on Steam for the first time and you're trying to figure things out. It's been super cool to see so many new people. Yeah. Mr. Chingus. Oh my God. If you guys missed my new video today, by the way, I did post a video today with multiple games with Mr. Chingus, with a surprise ending. With a surprise ending. Okay, we're good. Let's do a Nightmare Point Hope, shall we? What is Purple app? You're on it. You're living it. Surprise ending. Surprise. Except if you were here live, then it's not a big surprise. Is the surprise my? No, it is not. All right. What do we have? Gary, motion sensor, firelight, crucifix. This is the map that Chingus and I played on that, well, it didn't go so hot. Wait a minute. Is that just the rays? Oh, okay. I think it's just the rays. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, it didn't go so well. Yeah. But you died. Yeah, we died. We died dead. We died. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I went back and I saw how I did, by the way. What the fuck was that? Was that the door? Raising the roof. Wanted to be a ghosty in there. There's a something in there. I hate you. Those doors don't even make that sound. How could you? Jimmy, thank you for the biddies. My God. Tap out, thank you for the prime. So the way that I died on this map the other day, for anybody that was here for the live of it, Chingus and I were talking upstairs on, like, I don't know what floor we were on. We were like, I think we were here. I think we were on this floor with the gears and stuff. And all of a sudden I just, boop, just gone. We don't know what happened. If you look to my left, there's a single frame where you can actually see the ghost on the stairs. It spawned the floor below us and was dead silent. That's how I got. If you watch his stream view, from his view, you see nothing. And then you just see me just bleh, gone. That Karen. Yeah, absolutely gone. So you got me, man. Dead. Silent. I hate it here. I hate it here. You guys are mean. Well, that's a gorb if I ever saw one. Yes, I did. Right. Can I put it in the ceiling? No, that's stupid. You shut your lips. Are you trying to tell me to go play sausage in the hole? Gaga. It would be Gaga. Fine. We'll go. We'll play. All right. Hold on. Let me take one of those. I'm going to take one of these with me just in case for safety. For safekeeping. For safekeeping. Oh, we love rain. We love rain so much. Oh my God. All my beautiful Midnight Society peeps, including Rain and apparently her boob butter. Ayo? Ayo? You feel uncomfortable? That's okay. Extreme, you bastards. All right, let's go get the power and do the ting. Some men have it too. Yeah, that's true. That's true. To join the blurp party. Good night, Blaze. Have a good one, man. I have no idea where the power is, but we're gonna try. Oh, look at you! It's meant to be. Look, it's here. All right. Oh, excuse me. All right. Oh no! I failed. I didn't even grab a sausage. We gotta go back. I gotta go back. Look at the challenge in the Discord. All right. We'll bring 2. We'll bring 2. What level do you unlock Point Hope? That's a fantastic question. I'm not sure, Ethan. If anybody knows the answer to that, please, please, please let me know. All right. See right there? So the way you place sausage in the hole is you go downstairs in the kitchen, you get a sausage. You go across the pool table. You choose whether it's here or you can go this way, whatever. But you across the table, make it into the pool hole. Sausage in the hole. Okay? So you want to get a little leverage there. You want to make sure you get some height. And you go, huh! I'm a little rusty. Let's try again. Let's try again. A little rusty. A little too much sauce in my sausage. Huh! Nailed it. Let's make sure. Go for 2. Make sure it's not a fluke. Huh! Oh. I'm rusty. I'm rusty. I need to get better. I'm putting a little too much into it. Let's try there. Off the backboard. Razzle dazzle. Yeah, we did it. Slacking. I know, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wonder if the curse is around us. Oh, my Lanta. Oh, my Lanta. Oh, we have hiding here, though. Let's go. Just in case the ghost decides to get saucy. In case anybody is new to Point Hope, you haven't played it very much. The ghost can turn this on. It can also do this. Friend angry. Our friend's angry. And it instantly melts. Yeah, it's really hot in this room. All right, so about that whole figuring out what the hell this thing is. All right, no writing. Oh, play ball. No, I have not. Oh, when you're using the digital thermometers, tier 2, tier 3, if you see 0.9 degrees, it's freezing, but we're not going to get that. Banshee, Yurei, Yokai, Raijutei. Did it seem like that those dots... Oh, excuse you. Did those dots just try to leave? Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Wait. A phantom can stalk you to the front door, right? Does that mean that a banshee can as well? If a banshee tries to stalk you to the front door, if it does dots, will those dots attempt to walk out? I'm curious. What's my favorite prestige badge? Oh, God. It's tough to say. I don't have them all yet. One of my favorites is the one you can get here. It's the Ferryman of the Drowned badge, which is awesome. It's animated. It takes 10 minutes to get-ish. just curious. I want to watch this. I want to watch this for a second. Love that badge. Me too. It's so good. It's so good. Hi, Yetting. Hello. What level am I? Oh, God. Oh, I don't know. 60 or 70 something? Ish. 71. Is that what I'm on? Okay. There you go. There you go. Oh, there you go. Second badge you got was Ferryman. Nice. Yeah, thank you, Nico. Thank you, Soggy. So 0.9 on the digital thermometer counts as freezing temps. 0.9 on the digital thermometer means that you will have a freezing ghost. Technically speaking, freezing is going to be 0 or below on Celsius. However, normal ghosts can't go below 1 degree. So if you get 0.9, it can't be a normal ghost, meaning if you get 0.9, it means that it will be freezing. So the way that I look at it is I look at the tier 2 and tier 3 digital thermometers as like early freezing detection systems. That's the way that I look at them. Died on intermediate. Lost all your equipment? Well, stop it. Can the ghost hunt when no one's in the house? No. No, I'm just trying to see if these dots are going to come to me. Actually, it's kind of a multi-test here. It's a Ure Banshee test that I'm doing right now. I want to see if the dots come to me, but also if it's a Ure, it's going to slam this door shut. Yeah. And right now, I don't think it's either. Wow, dude, uncultured swine throwing a painting. Sheesh. You walk to the bathroom through the wall. The ghost will hunt with no one inside, depending on the bug of the week. Heyo. Hi, Mr. Aldi. This Friday, guys, I'm going to be playing Aldi, Coach, and I. We're getting the band back together. Yeah, it's going to be good times. It's Casper. How is it a Goryo? No, it literally can't be a Goryo. Yeah, look, there it goes. I don't think so. I'm not feeling it. Don't you lose sanity? Oh, I thought I touched that door. Staying in the dark. You do. Think it's a badger? That's cool. So, Banshee, Ure, Yokai, Raiju, Thay. I'm not thinking that it's a Banshee or a Ure as of now. I need to know what my cursed is. Let's take this. Let's take this. Let's take this. It's a Yokai, trust me, bro. Oh, the old trust me, bro. Try to get a Banshee Scream. I could. I don't even know if it's worth my time. Hey, can you dot real fast so I can get a ghost photo? That will suffice. I'm gonna put a crucifix or two in here. I think that sounds like a good idea. That sounds pretty smart. Maddie, thank you for the 15. What a gentleman. Wait a minute. Oh, I already have them both in there. Oh, we'll get these while we're here. F it. Hey, Iron. My God. All right. Well, let's put these here then. Yeah, F it. We'll try. I'm taking you. Smudge on us. Let's bring double smudge. Go find out what the cursed is. Oh. Or walkies. Hey, what's up, Dark? See, now we don't care about getting the perfect whatever thing. I'm lagging. you do it. You son of a... It's a wraith. Trust me, bro. Roger that. What is the coming soon thing in the equipment tab? I don't know. Makes you lag so bad. They're supposedly optimized it, but I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm feeling it. I don't know. Careful, there's a ghost. Oh, you would be. I guess I could at least make it hunt like this. Maybe it's a ghost. Yeah, maybe. Oh, F it. It might eat the crucifix. That's okay. We're not going to make it spawn here. No. We know where the hiding is downstairs. That just drained my sanity. That's all we wanted. Calmly summoning ghost in the bathroom. Dude, like the lag is so random. Go for it. No, I wanted to hunt from downstairs. Dude, look at this. What the fuck? Hold on, wait, watch. Reason I'm doing this is because I want you to see that it's the game. You see how like it's stuttering, but my hand is still fine? Yeah, that's the game. All the ice cubes on the floor. Yee! Optimized. It hasn't tried to hunt, by the way. It's because the number of props. I didn't lag like this when this map first released. That should have been Cruci. Yep. I did not lag like this when this map came out. Alright, you might eat the other one again, and that's fine. Always bugged out. Does it still crash on console? Still? Shut up, orange juice. Yes? Damn, dude. Damn. Still crashes. That is annoying. Happens to my buddy on PlayStation, doesn't on me for Xbox. Okay. It's good to know. Listen, if you guys ever have the game crash out, if it ever gives you problems, please go report it. Please go report it. This hiding spot crash. I know. I just peering over like this. You son of a bitch. You know what? Wait, idea. Do I have an empty hand? I think I do. That was mean. My God. Doing like frames going up the stairs, dude. Look at this. When I turn, Jesus Christ, get me off this map. Who we reported to? Their Discord. Go to their Discord. Having weird bug where the ghost is invisible. Probably a dot hunt where the ghost hunts while it's in dot form. Yep, it's been happening for ages. Why could I hear it? Dude, oh my God. Jesus. If I look at the floor, does that help? Nope. Normal speed. Probably not you. Yikes. had a lot of invisible dot hunts. Damn. Damn. Hey, Martian. Started playing Phas a week ago. Started watching. Learned a bunch. Hey, let's go. All right, so what do we know from that? More than likely, not. I'm so afraid. Like, my mouse just freezes on the game right now. More than likely, I'm thinking probably not because of the dots downstairs, but still technically could be. Probably not. Probably not. I'm thinking it's a yokai. What classifies a hiding spot? There are some places that are actually considered hiding spots, as in they can block them when they take away hiding. Do a yokai test. You mean like that? Here. I brought you a gift. Enjoy. I wonder what it could be. So, you know, that's actually, I guess, a pretty easy way to test for a yokai here. If you just use the middle part of the room and circle the ghost like this, when it's on the other side, you either turn on electronic, talk to it, hit your walkie, whatever. If it just keeps on trucking, just keep doing what it's doing. Well, there you go. Oh, firelighted motion sensor. Oh, shit. All right. Why do you like... Oh, no, Endless. I've just been upgrading as I've been going, man. So, like, as the equipment, as I'm able to upgrade it, I just upgrade it. For now. But I'm normally a tier 1 smudge kind of guy. Yep. All right, so we'll take this. We'll do another... What should be? Probably if they... Imagine. Imagine, dude. Ghosty. I have gift for you. I don't know if it's still right here or not. Hey, look at you. You're my hero. All the objectives. All the photos. And a bone. Let's get out. Let's get out. Just had a pulsey that didn't throw anything in Nightmare. Yikes. Yikes. Yeah, ghosties can be a little finicky sometimes, man. Had an issue before where the VSync was the problem when my frame rate dropped on some maps. Turned it off helped. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Interesting. Knowing a solution is definitely helpful. For sure. Yeah, that's definitely a yokai. I did my walkie on the other side of the pole going up the center of Lighthouse, and it just kept on moving. Just kept on moving. Nice. Nice. All right, hold. Hold. No evidence, but the only items you can use: flashlight and camera. You have to play on nightmare mode. You have to go through each map, get a perfect game on every single one of them. That sounds boring. I'm going to be very honest. Only being able to use a photo camera and a flashlight and just walk around every single map trying to get a perfect game. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like it. Alina, hello. Love the vids. I appreciate it, friend. Thank you. Thank you. What game did I play before Phasmo? Technically, the game that I mained before Phasmo was Rocket League. And then I moved over to horror games. Yeah. What would I change? Oh, I don't know. But doing a no evidence run where you can only use your flashlight and a photo camera and you go to every single map trying to get a perfect game. Yeah. Are all the Phasmos crazy? Listen, man, you like what you like. You like what you like. Yep. An Obake that didn't shapeshift through 2 hunts. It has set blinks. Who said it wasn't horror? Touche. Touche. The Obake, it has set blinks. So literally on the 12th blink, it will change into another ghost model. Yeah. Or I guess, depending on where it is in the sequence, its own model, it could as well. Yep. Are there any benefits? Benefits to what, Jack? Oh, to Prestige? As of right now, ID card, loadout slot. Yeah. What was my rank? Champ or something like that. Champ. I don't remember what it was. Did they change it? Nope. It's the same. Nope. It's been that way, man. It has been that way. We're level 71. Looked it up earlier today. Basically said everything the wiki did just off the top of your head. Oh, for which part? Champ 2 and 2s. Oh, shit. You remember, Sarash? Oh, my God. I don't remember it all. Jamie, thank you, friend. And thank you for the prime. Money's covering up? I mean, I can tell you, I have 54K. I don't ever look at it, though. You change your notification sound to a smoke? That sounds awful. That sounds god-awful. You act like I wasn't around. I know, but listen. Listen. Okay. Do I want to do a challenge or another nightmare run? That's the question. Again, man, I had this big grand, like, it's going to take us all stream to do the perfect freaking photo game, and it did not. It did not. Playing Demonologist lately. Really? How's it been? Wish the game wasn't so buggy. Shocker. Shocker. Absolute shocker. Perfect photo again. No, I want to do something different. I want to do something different. I'm disappointed you did it so quick. What is the perfect photo game? So, no, technically it is called, we are calling it the Picture Perfect Challenge, where you try to fill your journal with 10 completely different photos, meaning the labels that are underneath of them. So you can't get you can't get 2 of the same thing. No 2 interactions. You can't get 2 salt picks. You can't get 2 any of that. You have to get a single one. Yeah. No doors? No doors again? Oh God. I could. Demonologist has gotten a little bit more jump scares out of me lately than Faz has. Yeah, but they're all scripted, man. Is that even possible? No doors? Yeah, it's possible. It's tough, but yeah, it's possible. All right, where do we want to do it? Ridge is definitely one of the best maps to do it on. That's to be clear. Because it has a lot of the map you can get to without a door, but then like specific rooms you need to get through by opening the door, but you can't. Corruption! Thank you for the dodo, dude. I mean, the perfect photo challenge. Oh, that's literally the first run I did today. That was the first run I did today. Yeah. Grafton? I could. Bleasdale? Oh, there's a lot of doors. I could be trapped. I could literally be trapped. No doors on Willow, and the freaking living room door was closed. That's what I'm expecting to happen. W boy, I appreciate it, man. Do you have any tips for new streamers? Tips for new streamers. Diversify your content. Don't just stream. Post to other places. Make videos. Short form, long form, whatever is possible for you. Yep, you need to grow your audience, not only on Twitch, you need to grow it elsewhere. Do all the tinks. Damn right. Damn right. All right, so the ones I'm seeing the most, I was seeing Ridgeview, Grafton, and Willow. Are those the 3 options that we have right now? Ignore all graphic designers who try to message you. Camp Woodwind? Oh, that just seems like a cop-out. That seems like a cop-out. Tango's a possibility, but we did Tanglewood at the start. Bleasdale, another option. Yeah. Sunny Meadows, I've done it before. You know what happened? The front doors, literally the 2 doors that lead to the rest of the map were shut. I couldn't go anywhere. I could not go anywhere. It was not good. It was not fun. Grafted? All right, man, I'll try it. I'll try it. I guess Nightmare would probably be a good mode for, a good way to do this. How about a vote? No, because they'll send me to high school. On Nightmare, if you look at the preset, does it say anything about the doors? No, it doesn't. But I mean, what I could do it like this. If I go here, we can see what it says. Oh, son of a bitch. If I go to this preset, Nightmare, we can go over here and see doors starting open high. That might be the way we want to go. A vote would end up random? Yeah. Yeah. Vote between all the small maps? No, random. No. We definitely don't want to do random. We'll just pick a map. It's fine. We'll just pick a map. All right, let's try Nightmare. What up, fellow nerds? What's up, dude? Aren't they only cracked open? It's a mixed bag. Some are cracked, some are more open. It just depends, man. Yeah, Himawari, hello. Nightmare and Grafton? Yeah, man, F it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I like it. Okay. No doors time. We're going to try it at Grafton. If the ghost isn't one of the big open areas where it starts, that's going to be awesome because we don't need to worry about doors. But if it just so happens to be somewhere like in that back room upstairs in the back, well, I could be completely screwed if that first door is shut and not much I can do there. So we're going to try and see how it goes. Yeah.
All right, we're here. Take a look at the equipment.
Basically, Bryn, hello. Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? Welcome. Welcome.
Possibly harmless, but be careful out there.
Welcome. Hi. Hey, how are ya? We are about to do a no doors challenge because we're stupid. The only door I'm allowed to touch is the front door. Let's be very clear here. The only door I'm allowed to touch is the front door. That is it. It's great. Thanks for saying my name right. What do people normally say? Brine or something? I can only assume that you meant Bryn, not Brine. Getting a lot of rest. Oh, Himawari, how's the little doing? Brine. I appreciate the raid. How are your games? How'd it go? What if it's in a room? If it's in a room with a shut door, I have to hope that I can get it to open the door. If it opens the door a little bit, I go inside, it shuts the door behind me, I'm stuck. That is the big fear here, is that it's going to trap me in a room. That's the fear. So we will see. We will see. Had the best games. Went well. Working on getting my camp badge. Ah, let's go. Heck yeah. Do you have the Point Hope one and the Sunny Meadows one? Or are you first working on the camp one? I need to get the Sunny Meadows one. I've kind of been waiting. I really want them to fix the badge first because right now it's literally like white background, white text. You can't even see it that well, which is kind of stinky. Kind of stinky. Yeah. Shamrock, thank you again for the 14 months, friend. I appreciate you. Got all 3. Nice. 4 years and 5 months I've been following. Have you really? Oh, shit. Yeah, you have. You've been following me since May of 2020. Oh, my word. Oh, my word. Damn, welcome back. Wait, why aren't you going outside? Because I'm talking to somebody that just raided it? Back when I was playing RL, we were just talking about it. We just talked about that. Yeah. Are you winning, son? Kind of, yeah. Kind of, yeah. We started off with a challenge and got it immediately. Yeah. I'm a chicken, so the Sunny Meadows scares me. So I haven't gotten too much into Point Hope for no particular reason. Point Hope is okay. It's okay. It's fine. I mean, I would definitely recommend playing it to play it. Sunny Meadows, it's definitely one of my favorite maps, I'd say. How unique it is, how unique the rooms are, the sounds that happen. I remember the first game I played there. That was interesting. It was interesting. Yeah. I don't have the discipline to get the trophies. You'll get there, man. You'll get there. Still got that. No, Rhino, I got rid of that, man. It just wasn't, I didn't think it was beneficial for people. Yeah. The squishy room. Yeah. Yeah. But Brent, thank you so much again, friend. If you need to raid and run, if you need to get some food, some rest, whatever you may need to do, I appreciate you. Thank you again. It's a pretty map. It's underrated. I mean, they call it a small map with 10 floors, and half the time the ghost is all the way up at the top. Yeah. Been wanting to raid since Finey. Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you. First of all, Point Hope is annoying. Second of all, Sunny Meadows is awesome. And third, do you ever play public lobbies? You know, I was thinking about that today. I might do a stream where I do public lobbies. Yeah. Not viewer games. I have viewer game days. But like actually playing public lobbies. Yeah. We will see. Hope you have a great rest of the night. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. If you're from the States, by the way, happy early Thanksgiving. Yeah. Remember the time in Phas when you had to turn on the video camera and place it down for it to work? Oh, I certainly do. I have access to that. We might have to do an old Phas day for some of the console players that haven't seen it before. Yeah. Might have to do an old Phas day. Seen the YouTube just started playing since console release. Hey, let's go. Appreciate you, Claude. Yeah. All right, no doors. Judy Phillips. Well, this isn't going to be helpful at all. All right, let's take our stuff and go. I can only touch the front door, and that is it. I cannot touch any other door. That is it. We have to pray that some of these doors are open. I'm on Nightmare, so that means that some of the doors are random, whether it be shut, cracked, whatever it may be. If it's cracked open, if I can't fit through the door, I can't go in the room. That is it. So, that is the only door I can touch. That is it. Now we look. All right. That's not a good start. Oh my God, I fit. Oh, son of a bitch. Well, that was useless. Thanks, Skinny. I can't. Okay, we're good. We're back out. We're fine. Too much nougat. Ghost. Oh my God, they're all shut. Oh no. This is too skinny. I don't think I can fit through this one. Ghost, a little help. A little help now. Feel like what's the movie with Henry Rowan Gardner? Shouldn't have had that soda. Damn it, man. It's getting me. I'm trying. It won't let me go through. Rookie of the year, yeah. I feel like Rigma. Help. Little help now. Stuck between the doors. Oh, come on. All right, well. Let's go upstairs. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe it'll like turn the power. Like every door is shut. Look at how open these doors are. There is a single door. Let me in. God damn it. Gotta go to the bathroom. Gotta go to the potty. Open the door. Yeah, the only open door is going to be the one through there. Oh, what a turd. Access denied. Dang, my game is still being a little bit laggy. That's weird. What is happening? Game, are you okay? Do we need to talk? Why you cry? Try turning it off back on again. Might have to. All right. Well, let's go get a parabolic and see if maybe we can hear it at what floor it's on. Or I could get motion sensors. Maybe it'll walk in and out of the door. Maybe we'll get lucky. How are you going to figure it out if it never opens a door? What a great question. If only I had an answer for you. So far, I've heard literally nothing. Ghost. Please. Do the ting. No, it is not. I'm gonna go poop in the van. I'll be back. Yep. Can't get in the bathroom. Gotta do it somewhere. That scared the ever-living shit out of me. All right. We're gonna bring you. We're gonna bring you because now it's getting spicy. Maybe I can see. Maybe I can see that through the wall. So does that mean that hiding's effectively not? Kind of, yeah. I can't get to the power. Let's put this here. Oh, wow. What a dick move. Ma'am? Got any orbs in there? Ma'am? Is that me? I think it was the ghost. Ghost is playing games. It is. It is, but I can't. I don't know what it's doing. No doors does not mean no. That's right. I need to put my headlamp on. I think that's part of the issue too. I don't know why I didn't put it on in the first place, but we're gonna go put it on now. Good times. Good times. You guys having fun? I'm having fun. This is great. This is awesome. This is like the best thing that ever could be a thing. She sucks ass. All right, maybe she'll touch the door and maybe we'll get UV. You never know. Any cursed objects? Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's behind a closed door that I can't open up. What a jerk. Here. We'll like that for the vibes. Looks open enough now. No, it's the same. She hasn't touched a door yet, which which is very ironic. Very ironic. My least favorite ghost? Oh, Yurei. Yeah. Are you... I can't... Where the fuck? What the hell? Where the hell was it? Hold on. You know what? No, let me take this with me. I'm a little sus of a wraith. A little bit sus. The ghost is also playing Don't Touch the Doors. What a sack of crap. What a jerk. Feels a little wraithy? A little bit. It probably isn't, but... Did I hear a door touch? No, I did not. Put that there. You think it's a ghost? Roger that. Ghost. Please. Turn on the radio. Was that faster? Like, as in, it never had line of sight of me. So it's a faster ghost. Yeah, I think we have a twin. I think we have a twin. You son of a bitch. Absolute shit. All right. We'll step outside for a second. Did that sound too fast? That sounded faster than it should have. Sounded way faster than it should have. He won't respond to me. Probably because you tagged me 1,500 times. It's fucking annoying. Goodbye. Mimic? That sounded too fast. That sounded way too fast. Okay. Unfortunately, I can't turn the power on. We can't go check the room. We can't do anything. Could be more away. Yeah, but I don't... I kind of want... I don't want to stop it from being able to hunt. I kind of don't want to stop it from being able to hunt. You know what we're going to bring? We're going to bring another... You know what? No. I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring this. The boot! Okay, let's go get another one. Get a book to the door. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. Yes. If I can't turn the power on, we're getting as much light in there as I can. Spirit box next to the door, maybe, yeah. Yeah. Alright, just bringing those for extra light. Tips for looping? Why is it, and why do you want to learn how to loop? I must ask. Clipboard time? Oh, so I can see that way? Yeah. Yeah, let's check. Maybe, I mean, it's hunting near there. Oh, it walked, yeah, it's not a wraith. It walked in the salt. I could do a Moroi test with the sanity pills, but I don't want to do that yet. To help on no evidence runs. I think more important than looping is the ability to break line of sight of the ghost safely. Part of that could be looping, like if you're trying to loop it in like Tanglewood or something where you can loop it around that kitchen island, but by ducking you can break line of sight. But best way is just making sure not to use up all of your sprint, making sure that you are listening to where the ghost is, if it's on your left, if it's on your right. I hate it here. Oh my God, I hate it here. Papa Smurf. What was wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Wish there was an Easter egg for the spirit box. What do you mean? Hi, Papa Smurf. All right. Well, we're going to go back in. I'm going to bring the other smudges too, just in case this thing gets super saucy. But we're going to bring in this as well. Yeah. Were you able to do this week's challenge without dying? No, I got once. Like, I got once as in, like, it doesn't matter if you die in the weekly challenge or not. But there was one we got wrong. We were fooled. Like that. It's like this. There we go. We're gonna light paint this beach. It's gonna hunt again. We want to listen. We want to give it a listen. Nah, you're good, David. I appreciate it, man. No, you're fine. Sounds pretty fast. Think it opened a door? What do you think? Dude, you suck so much. That doesn't make you any better. Heard a locker? Yeah, it's still back there. The ghost is also participating in this no door challenge. You know, now coming to think of it, now that I think about it, I do feel like that first smudge that I did lasted for a pretty long time. That would make sense. Spirit box writing and freezing. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do, we're going to do the old, we're going to do the pill test now. Is that slower? No. No, it's faster. It's gotten faster and faster and faster. So we're going to take these. We're going to go in here. And as soon as it hunts, when it gets downstairs, we are going to pill. Try line of sight testing. If you're talking about for a Thay, that doesn't matter. Thay doesn't matter because a Thay would not get faster over time. It would get slower. All right. So. We will wait. Hey, destroy. What ghost do we think we have? We think that we have a Moroi. Yeah, this was not meant to be a no evidence run. But it was a no doors run, except the ghost has yet to open a door. So. So it's no evidence. Inevitably, it is now. Now we're going to do the old sanity Moroi test. Come on. Come on. Hear how slow it is now? Yeah. Yeah. Here's the next question. Did it actually open a door? Nope. You suck. You jackass. Oh, hey, you wrote in the book. I'll take it, though. Here, look. And a boot. It reminds me of Happy. What a jerk, man. What an absolute jerk. The whole idea of that was to at least have access to something. Whatever. Fine. You're boring. We're out of here. I'm sick of this game. I'm tired of this game. What about that? You shut your lips. The Moroi gets faster, the lower your sanity gets. So you are able to take sanity in the middle of the hunt to have the ghost slow down. So that's literally what we just did. By taking 3 separate things of pills, we were able to slow that ghost way down. Way down. Yeah. So there we go. Is it worth it to buy upgraded equipment instantly? You unlock it? Depends. Have you used that equipment before? If not, I would highly suggest doing it. Gotta hop off. Appreciate you stopping in, friend. Thanks for the laughs. I appreciate you. Have a great Thanksgiving. What a jerk. An even 1K, though. An even 1K. An even 1K. Iron has asked me 1,700 times if I'm eating ham or turkey. Jesus, dude. Is there like money riding on this answer? Hey, DJ. Only streaming for a bit. For a bit. We have off tomorrow. Like the cool card. This is if you are a kinetic partner. If you're a kinetic partner, you can have access to that badge. Yeah. 1,000 for just running around a table. Not a bad deal. Okay. The whole point of that was to get more out of it. Who's cooking tomorrow? Oh, a lot of the fam, man. Yeah. You wearing Reptar, bro? Yeah, bro. Adam, okay. Hammer turkey. Listen, it's Thanksgiving. If you think I'm not going to eat turkey, you've lost your mind. You've lost your mind. You've lost the plot. Lost the plot. Hey, what's up, Frog? How are you? Where can you get that job? Running around the table? Going willy-nilly? What I kind of want to do right now, I kind of want to do some 10-12s. But before I do that, though, I think I'm going to restart the game. You have a bearded dragon named Reptar? Hell yeah. That's right. That's right. You eat it for tradition, not because it's good. It is good. What do you mean? How dare you? It is good. All right, let me restart the game. I'm going to restart the game. It's been a little bit on the laggy side. A little bit on the laggy side, so we're going to restart it. Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, we'll do a few 10-12s. I need to use the restroom real quick. Once I get Phasmo loaded back up, I'll do that. And then we can go, and then we can do the things. You've never had? Delish. Was you play Phas and listen to the stream? Can't focus on both? I would mute me. If you're playing the game, I would mute me. Did I announce the Grinch Day? No, I have not. No, not yet. APOC 3, you've never seen it done before? Oh, if you want to see a master at work, raising the roof, I would highly suggest watching Nuka Dave. That is a master at work, man. Like listening to tips. Yeah, but if you're playing, trying to listen to me while also listening to the ghost, you're going to get got. Bear, thank you for the prime. Don't live in the U.S. Plus, we don't have to celebrate things. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I know some friends that don't live in the U.S. just because they want an excuse to eat turkey. Yeah. I just learned from you that the tier 2 headlamp is in fact a headlamp. Yeah. Tier 1 is a camera, like a GoPro. Tier 2 is a headlamp. Tier 3 is night vision. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Does line of sight? Oh, everything takes practice. Unknown. Literally everything. It all takes practice. Over time, you'll eventually get better at what you're working on, you know?
I've prepared some jobs for you.
I'm back. How did the no door go? Apparently me and the ghost were participating in said challenge. The ghost never opened a single door. Over like 4 hunts. But we still got it. Still got it though. Frickin' jerk. Frickin' jerk. All right. I need to use a restroom, and then we're gonna do some 10-12s. 10-12s are no sanity, no evidence. Just for a few. For funsies. It was opening the locker. Okay, that's fair. It did open the locker, but that didn't help me get to another room. It didn't help me get to another room. I'm subscribed? I don't think so, Galaxy. Not that I can tell. 90s commercials? Do you want 90s commercials? Would you rather have 90s commercials for the break? I could. All right. I am going to stop things on the talkie side, though, because I think that might be helping with some of the lag, and I don't know why. But we're still trucking over here, though. We are still trucking. It was teasing. It was like, I could touch these doors. 150? No. No. No, we do that whenever we're doing meme runs with Chinggis. When we're doing meme runs with Chinggis. Let's do it. All right. I'm going to go to the restroom real quick. While I'm going to the restroom, you guys watch these commercials. And I'll be right back. All right. BRB. Okay. What has been the favorite commercial? Which one? Which one? I think the Smash Bros is probably one of my favorite ones. The Bagel Bites? Oh, yeah. Goosebumps is where it's at, too. Yeah. True Shorts, any tips for new player in Phasmo? Just trying to learn what the ghosts do. I would start on lower difficulties, friend, and work your way back up. For sure. Yeah, Bubble Tape, we got you. We know. Okay. These ads make me feel old. That's okay. We can feel old together. That's okay. You thought those were actual ads? Oh my God. The Taco Bell Chihuahua was a girl named Gidget. Was it really? Was it really? Start the game? No. First time catching the stream. Appreciate you, State. Thanks, dude. Is Flash from US? He is. He is. Hey, Mashty, how are you? Yeah, Flash is American. Yeah. He's American. Yep. Lobby only stream. Yep. Start on Friendly Ghost to learn how to get the evidence first before moving to the next level. There you go. You gotta get to level 50 first before you can do that, but yeah. Am I doing zero sanity? I am. I'm gonna do a little bit of zero sanity, zero evidence. Just a few. Just a few. Get some levels, you know, do the ting. The Goosebumps ad took me back. I have like at least 10 original Goosebumps books on my shelf. Used to own the series. I used to own, I think, all of them at one point in my life. Yeah. What do you mean, Millie? No, it is. No, it's a different platform, friend. Different platform. Love Night of the Living Dummy and Stay Out of the Basement. Night of the Living Dummy, I remember very vividly. Yeah. All right. What we'll do is we'll do zero sanity, zero evidence. I'll start on Tanglewood. When we get it right, I'll move to another small map and we'll just keep on trucking. And then we'll just keep on moving. I have a couple upgrades, so we'll go ahead and use them. What do you think about the new version of Goosebumps? I haven't honestly looked at it. I really haven't looked at it. Still have it? What do I have on my shelf? I do have some that are not originals, though. I do have some that are not originals, but I have, let's see, I have Let's Get Invisible. Hold on. I'm just curious now. I have Let's Get Invisible, Monster Blood 2, Monster Blood 1, Piano Lessons Can Be Murder, A Night in Terror Tower, Horror at Camp Jelly Jam, The Barking Ghost, Scarecrow Walks at Midnight, Welcome to the Dead House, Return of the Mummy. Yeah. Some of these you probably would recognize. If you know anything about Goosebumps, you would recognize them. I would almost guarantee that if you know Goosebumps, you would probably know this one. You would probably, I don't know about Dead House. But I would say probably know this one. That guy. Remember those? Yeah. Yeah, hand coming out of the door. Yeah. Yeah, this was Dead House. Yep. I have a lot to go. I'll put them over here. We'll get them later. I'll put them back later. Anyone ever play the Goosebumps PC games? Which one did I download? I downloaded a game. I did download a old game, and I don't remember what it was. Oh, I've got to look it up now. Croaster freaking encouraged me to do it. Oh, there's so many, man. Oh, Holly, we feel that. That's okay. We can all feel it together. It's okay. We're all together. All right, I'm just going to upgrade everything just because. And we're going to do no sanity, no evidence, and we're going to start on Tangle. We'll start on Tangle.
We've arrived.
Ba-da-ba-da. Ba-da-ba-da.
Whoever was here must have summoned the ghost with a cursed object. Investigate it, but be careful.
Flash, are you single? No, I'm already dating your mom. Moving on. Parabolic, crucifix, incense. We'll do crucifix. We'll do smudge, lighter, headlamp. We'll try the parabolic. We'll give it a shot. Burn? No. Facts. There's a difference. When's the face reveal? Next Tuesday. Pelican, hello. Fortunate. He's hiding from me. Come on, man. No? I'm new at this. How do I change diaper? The changing table's over there. Raiju. Whoops. Did not realize that that was left on. Good use of the old sage there. That's right. Why Raiju? Because it's sped up with electronics. When I turn on my headlamp, it started to speed up and then it slowed down. Then when it got close to the parabolic that I left on the ground, I left it on like this, it got fast again. So that is how we know that it is a Raiju. Unless we get Minute, which is unlikely, but absolutely possible. Definitely possible. Miss Pro, thank you for the 8 months. Yeah, I forgot about the parabolic microphone on the ground. That was a might be.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Hey, let's go. That's better. That is better. We like that one. The tier 3 is so much better because you can actually hear through the floor. You can hear through the basement and like below you and above you. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Those words. I know some of these words. There. All right. Now we're going to go to Willow. Let's go. Words are hard. They are hard. I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh. Is it weird that I like getting fast ghosts versus not? No, I think most people do. I think most people want fast ghosts because it's easier to figure out. Yeah. All right. Let's do this. And we have George Wilson, incense, firelight, EMF. So we'll take the EMF. Can you give me a cool sweaty name for games? Sweaty name? What do you want? Drippy? What? I don't know what you're looking for. What the hell? Jim Bob! Thank you for the 4 months, homie. Uh-oh. So Ghosty is... not a Jin. Did I get EMF? No? Alright, let's go get that real fast. Ah, close enough. We'll put it there. Maybe it will. Alright, Obake, let's leave. Obake? Yep. Yep. I sensed it too. You didn't see it shit? I mean, I'd prefer not to see it do that. Obake! I saw all of a sudden a club in the air on the other side of the vehicle, knowing that it changed ghost models, and then went back to the other one. So yeah, there we go. Oh, grabbed him. Same, yeah, I caught it. It was subtle, but we caught it. Becky. Capture photo, crucifix. Not too strong. Whoa. Game? Oh, holy shit. What is happening with this game? All right, give me that. I think we might double smudge. I think that's the move. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. You bitch. Yikes. Onto? Yep. Okay, we're good. Oh, shit. Maddie! Thank you for the raid. Welcome in. Oh, my Lanta. You see breath? You did see breath. You certainly did. I knew it was a Hantu because I heard it really fast for like a heartbeat for like a second and then got slower. So I knew that it was fast inside of its room and then it was slow when it left. And then we also saw the breath because it shut the breaker off. Yeah. Long Mile. Hello. How are you? Welcome in. How was stream? How was Stram?
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Oh, Juju. Hope you and the fam have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Oh, thank you, friend. I hope you do too. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How's Phaz? Phaz is good. Good. We've done a few challenges. They've been interesting. Now I'm doing some Zero sanity, zero evidence for funsies. Yeah. How are yours? How was? Tails, welcome in. How are you? Blue Jersey girl, hello. My goodness. Welcome in, friends. Ransom Phasmo, learn that there's a potato at Sunny Meadow. Yes. Yes, there is. There's one at Sunny Meadows and one at Tangle. Yes, sir, Bob. I didn't know. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the only way, such a large map. Like, the only way you're going to know that is if you frequently go to the kitchen. Does it taste good? I don't think Psycho would like it if you licked him very much. Working on the Ranger badge. Nice. Nice. I have to work on this one. I have to work on the Sunny Meadows one, but I've been kind of delaying because I want them to fix the badge first. So I'm hoping that they do that. Pengu, hello. How are you? Did they remove the Jason mask? Nope. It's still there. Go to the end of the dock. Speaking of Doc. Hi, Mr. Doc. How are you? The badge is broken. It's a white background with white text. So it makes it really, really hard to see. Really, really hard to see. Mr. Doc. Yeah. Yeah. No bueno. Not good. Nay. Nay. Mr. Doc. Oh my Lanta. Maddie, if you need to raid and run, if you have to go get some rest, get some foods, whatever time it may be for you, friend, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hi, Doc. People have been asking about you, Doc. They've been asking. When will we get a new ghost where it can mimic sounds? Sounds? What do you mean mimic sounds? Oh, you mean like Lethal Company where it can mimic like somebody talking? I don't know if they would do that or not. Chill Lurk, I appreciate you. Thank you, Maddie. Amber. Now, a new ghost, on the other hand, would be pretty great. Yeah. Tell the Twitch. Oh, Song says hi, by the way, everybody. Song does say hi. Anonymous, excuse you. Thank you for gifting to Maddie. Well, Maddie, enjoy the sub, friend. Enjoy the emotes. Gonna be responsible or something like that. Had to bed a little early. Cozy, when do you stream next? Yeah, it's been over 2 years since we've had a ghost. I agree. It would be so great. It'd be so great. Listen, I completely get it, understand that there's symmetry happening here, but I don't give a shit, man. Give me another ghost. Add it, put it on another row. Whatever you need to do. Oh, we haven't had one in so long, man. So long. What is the monthly looking like? Like that. Like a dat. How's the challenge this week? It's okay. It's a little rough. It's a little rough. 150 ghost speed. So it's fast, man. It do be fast, though. Gory is the worst? No, there's worse than that. There's worse than that. Langford, appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you. If you guys have been watching the vids, man, I appreciate you so much. There's been a lot of love happening. A lot of love happening kind of everywhere, but a lot of love happening on the tubes with the vids, and I appreciate it a lot, man. Have you gotten any of the Blood Moon? I have. Twice, maybe 3 times. I think twice. Sad that it can't be set to custom. Agreed 100%. I still haven't gotten an answer from anybody. Like, they said that they were going to kind of explain why they weren't adding it to customs, but I have yet to hear why. So I don't know. Like, add it to customs and make it so that we can't get the 10% boost. I don't care. I just want to be able to get it when I want to get it. What do I think the worst ghost is? Uray's up there. It's always been one of my worst ghosts, but it definitely has moved from this list, though. Demon is my most death. Raiju is my most common. Uray used to be both. Oh, man. Good night, barbecue chips. Appreciate you. Doc, are you ready for all of the givings of the thanks? Huh? You ready? Are you ready? Mayor's both of yours. It's oh my god. PC Demon's my most death, my most is oh, and your most common. Oh my. Oh my. What do we have next? Ridgeview. We have Ridgeview.
Alright, we're here.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving food? Turkey skin. Is that bad? Is that bad? I intend to eat until I barf. I really wish that I could have the actual Thanksgiving pants that Joey wore in Friends. The stuffing people. What the hell's the brand? Help. Help. Somebody help. Did you say the skin? I did. I did. The maternity pants. Yes. Yes. But the stovetop, I think it is, yeah, the stovetop company made those pants and sold those pants. I swear to God. I'm not kidding. Where they at? Where they at? Found them. Like, I swear to God. Like, I wasn't kidding. Oh, God. Like, there's no joke here. They made the pants. They made them. Do they sell them on Amazon? I would have purchased, man. I'm so sad. Yeah, look. What are those? Thanksgiving dinner pants? They're stretchy. They're stretchy, so you're comfortable. And so you can eat more. He put on Phoebe's paternity pants, her maternity pants, so that he could eat an entire turkey. Yeah. Gotta wear the stretchy pants? Yeah. So there you go. So if that explains anything. Oh, kids. Oh, hi. What a time to come in. Sorry, we're just looking at Thanksgiving Day pants. Apologies. Welcome. Who wears pants at Thanksgiving? Doc, I have family coming over. Perfect raid time. Oh my God. Kitsune, hello. How was... What a weird time. Hi. Sorry. We were talking. Yeah, Sly, welcome in. How was your stream? Welcome. To get my maternity pants to eat Thanksgiving. Dude, I mean, listen. My wife is going to be reinvesting soon in some, but it's too late. It's too late. Yeah. Nikki, hello. How are you? Siren, hello. Yeah, dude, listen, there's been some interesting conversations tonight. We were talking about Goosebumps earlier, talking about Thanksgiving pants. Exciting, Evie. I know. Stream was good, and it was some Phaz and the ghosts were being good tonight. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Ours have been okay. I did a couple challenges tonight, and one of the challenges I did was a no doors challenge. And apparently the ghost was participating because it never actually touched a door to a room during like 4 hunts. Almost time to skeet op. The turkeys beat. Okay. That's unnecessary. That's unnecessary. Just PJs? Yeah, but you'll get food all over the PJs with the Thanksgiving pants. You're only going to get Thanksgiving stuff on them? Yeah. What about space pants? Space pants? What? All right. But anyway, welcome, friend. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate you. I'm doing some no sanity, no evidence right now for kicks. Just something a little bit different. So I've done Tanglewood. I did Willow. We did Grafton. And now we're on to Ridgeview. Yeah. You a shorts or pants kind of guy? It depends. If I'm just hanging out around the house, I'm a shorts guy. But if I'm going to work, I'm wearing pants. Yep. Yep. Space pants? It's from an SNL skit. Space pants. Do I remember the SNL skit for space pants? I don't know if I do. I don't know if I do. He's getting all the easy guess go. Okay, dude. Okay. Thank you for the 15-month Prime. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. And Kitsune, thank you for the 22 months. My God. Thank you, friend. He's a long pants man. Long pants. That's right. I wear black pants at all times. I have not worn blue jeans in years. Milk before or after cereal? Depends whose trampoline you're jumping on. Yeah. Peter Dinklage was the guest. I'm gonna have to look it up now. I'm gonna have to look it up. Curse me for a shade? Yeah, it's gonna be your fault. It's 100% gonna be your fault. Yeah. Kitsune, if you have to go, friend, if you need to go take a break, go get some foods, do your things, do your stuffs, I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm glad that the ghosts were participating. Enjoy the ghosts and the pants. Oh, thank you. I have to go give my all the eye meds. Also have a great turkey day. Thank you so much, friend. If you're celebrating it tomorrow, you have one as well. I accept all the blame. Good, you should. Good, you should, because it's Kenny. You see what you did? It's the Manson brother. Mm-hmm. It's your fault. All right. We'll take that guy. We'll take that guy. We'll take that guy. Hunts after 1 second. Yeah. You only put water in your cereal? That's fair. Oh, gee, a mini Christmas. Unfortunate. I pooped. It's a stalking. That was funny. Uh-oh, stinky. All right. Was that fast twin material? Or do you think that was too fast? Too fast for a fast twin? Sabrina, thank you for the 4 months. I think it's a 0 standing Morroy? Really? Just doesn't seem fast enough. Come on. Got a whisper. That does seem pretty fast. Okay. Does seem pretty fast. Now, unfortunately, though, I say unfortunately, but my sanity pills don't do squat. To get faster with line of sight, yes. Yeah, what I want to hear is I want to hear a Morroy real fast. So if I do, let's see, normal ghost speed, 100%, Morroy, it's going to sound like... It's going to sound like that, although that's grass, and that's not very helpful. Not very helpful. Yo, Steel, thank you for the prime. I think it's a Morroy. It's about right, yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't be a Thay. Thays can't speed up with line of sight, neither can Hantus. Yep. How do you get the cheat sheet of footsteps? Do exclamation point cheat sheet. All right, we're going to take this guy. Oh, look, we got all the objectives. We're going to go, let's see. It's going to be right here-ish. I have 0 time left. Didn't notice line of sight. Yep. What is the time on a tier 2 smudge for a Moroi? Is it 7? I don't know if that's right or not. You think it's 8? Good question. Definitely being a stinky. I mean, it's a guaranteed fast ghost. I mean, that's at least a given. So if you get rid of all of your normies, fast without line of sight, you get rid of all these guys. It's not going to be this. It's the power's on and it's fast. I don't have electronics near it. I mean, I was just trying to get a string cheese. All right, well, now I feel bad. Sped up in line of sight. Probably not you. It's too fast for twins. Unless there's electronics near it, which I don't think there are, and it's fast on other floors. I think it's a Moroi. We need to listen to the speed again. 7.5. Literally on money with it. That's a Moroi. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That matched. Yes, it did. How do you get money and level up fast? By playing very high multiplier games as quickly as you possibly can. But if you're asking my advice for a new player, my advice for a new player would not be to level up and get XP as fast as you possibly can. It would be to take your time to learn to play the game. Because the better you get at the game, the more XP that you'll earn faster.
Welcome back.
Marron.
Jobs for you.
Yes, sir. Nice, nice, nice Edgefield.
We've arrived. Get set up before
EMF incense hunt. Okay, we want to bring multiple smooges for this one. Is there an indication to which ghost may turn on then off the power? Not as to what ghost will do it, but the only thing it'll give you is what ghost it can't be. A Jinn can't turn it off, a Hantu can't turn it on. That's the only information you'd have. Smooges! See, Hyper gets it. Hyper gets it. Bring a crucifix. EMF. There. That, just in case it shuts off the power. I have a crucifix in my hand. We have a lighter in our hand. This, get this, and we run. We'll stick around, see if we can get the EMF. Yeah. Give. My resolution changed? What do you mean? The game window. What is on the screen right now is literally what I see on my screen. I'm very confused. I'm not interested, homie. You have black bars? Is it the size of your window? Are you watching on a desktop? F them. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. F these shoes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What was I thinking? What a goofball. Rev, yeah, it's a rev. Super, super slow, and then when it had the ability to see me or sense me, then it just booked it right at us. Such a goof. Such a goof.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Sweet. Sweet. Mr. Revron. Yeah. Yeah. So when you smudge a ghost, even if you get into a hiding spot right by them, they will see you and go there afterwards. Hold on. When you smudge a ghost, even if you get into a hiding spot right by them, will they see you and go there? It depends if they actually see you. If you use incense and then go to a hiding spot and the ghost doesn't know that you went to that hiding spot, then it doesn't know where you are. It doesn't know where you are. It's only if it sees you in that hiding spot that there's a chance it will return to it. Yeah. Yeah. Disappointed that I just learned today that the power box being on at the start of the contract only affects 0.1 of the multiplier. Oh, I didn't even realize that. I just set my multiplier to whatever it was. Oh, no. Contract. Fuse box at the start of the contract. Yeah, 0.10. Literally 0.10. It's like, yeah, I'll keep it on. Oh, you know what I learned today? I learned today via Mayor telling me through a Tom clip. Hold on. What is the weather on this contract? Son of a bitch. Weather clear. That's what I want. Oh, it was yesterday, not today. Yesterday. Sorry. You know what I mean. Here, we'll go to Camp Woodwind. We have ads about to start, by the way. I'll try and get it done quickly. I don't know if it'll happen. So, I had no clue about this. Now, I don't know if it works on the large tents like it does with small tents. I don't know if this is even open. It is. I always grab the tent and go like this to shut it. But if you hold and let go, it opens the tent. It's like if you double tap, it will close it. I don't know if there's hold on. There might be a trick to this. Hold on. If you hold it it opens. You need to like do a quick tap to have it shut. What you're doing right now is intense. You can leave. And anytime you want. But yeah, so I'm seeing something now. So if you click over from the far left-hand side, it gets it far enough away from there. Oh, look, the bone. But if you click, I'm just curious if it would actually somehow, for some reason, go here. And it doesn't. So it's got to be here where the little grabber is, right? Peace, homies. Open. Closed. I have always done this to open and shut. Now, I don't know if I trust trying to like quickly shut it and go like I guess you could do that as you're running. But to me, it's almost the same as doing this because then it's near it and it'll do it. Don't trust the tent? No, probably not. You know what I mean? But I didn't know that you could just click the edge to open it and then click it again to shut it. That was news to me. Ghost gets it. See, look. What you cooking? Good looking. Let's see what ghost model it is. Hello, Grandmama. Thank you, Grandmama. Light the circle. All right, I'm on it. Do I have enough sanity? I do. Grandma. I wish to see the ghost. I wish to see the ghost. It's so shiny. And now I can't see shit. Alright. I wish for knowledge. Damn. I wish for knowledge. I wish for knowledge. Does it actually work twice? I think it does, but it's like some weird buggy thing. All right, let's see. This is totally a yokai. Yep. Totally a yokai. Easy peasy. I wish for sight. I wish for the CCTV to stay maintained.
Welcome back. I
Unreal.
prepared some jobs for you.
Sag. Many much Sag. It's okay. We tried our best. We tried our best, team. All right. Friends, it is getting late for me, and we have a long day tomorrow. We have a long day tomorrow. Fitz! Yowza indeed! Thanksgiving, that's not what that means, Fitz! Penny turkey, much eat. Fitz, oh my goodness gracious, dude. Holy shite. Thank you for the subs, my God. Thank you, Fitz. Jeez, dude. I hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow. Thank you. Quick question. When the ghost is on a hunt, why whenever I go into my hiding spot, the ghost opens the door and eats me, even when I quickly grab it and close it? All utility is off as well. Is it coming directly to you, or is it just randomly opening the door, it seems like? Or it's cheating. It'll like run past you. If it doesn't come directly to you and feel like it's like yoinking you out. I can tell you this. If it's like touching the door and like immediately getting you, it's sensing you. If it's touching the door and immediately grabbing you, it's sensing that you're there. If it opens the door and you can't hold on to it, keep it shut, then it just so happens it's seeing you. Yeah. Literally you can only get 10 photos in an investigation, dude. Stupid Ghost is cheating? I think it's cheating. Yeah. Angel, happy Thanksgiving, friend. Bye, Shade. Yeah, it could be voice recognition. It could be lots of things. Yeah. I would double check. Double check. Okay. We're going to switch over. Those darn ghosts and their yoinkery. My God. Friends. What a day. Thank you guys so much, man. Thank you so much, friends. We're going to go find someone to raid here shortly. Clip it the next time. Yeah, please do. Please do. Yeah, if you clip it and post it into the Discord, I would love to see it. I would love to see it so I can try to figure out what's going on. Yeah. Friends chick, happy Thanksgiving. Giving happy thanks. That's right. No, but you beans are amazing, man. Thank you for an awesome day. Holy shit.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
No, I don't want your jobs. Discord link in chat? Absolutely. Absolutely. 'Tis there, friend. 'Tis there. My next stream is going to be on Friday. We'll be back in 2 days. And it's going to be the fun shenanigans. The fun shenanigans with Coach and with Aldi. Coach and Aldi. Not a fan of dad jokes? Why? Is that apparent? Back on Friday. Will it be Faz? Yes, it will. Yeah, I win. That's okay. You can say I win. That's fine. You got mad about the intense? Oh, no, that's our friend Doc. That's our friend Doc. Anytime anybody makes some really super corny joke, we tell them to get out. Hey, Singo, what's up, dude? Missed those runs? Yeah, Coach has been making her way. Holy fuck, Kai. He has 600,000 viewers right now. That is insane. Coach has made her way back to playing more Phasmo. So we have planned a day. I'm super freaking excited. No, you're good, Blake. No, you're good. No, that was from our friend Doc. Doc is one of our beloved friends here. And member of the Midnight Society. Dude, he has had like everybody on his stream. Have you guys seen the clips from the Mafiathon? It's kind of crazy, man. Kind of crazy. Not the first time I've been told to get out. Yeah, likely not the last. Doc, I definitely want to. I don't know. Wait. I definitely want to play Friday the 13th. Yes, 600,000. Yeah. 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 It's kind of crazy. We're going to be planning a Friday the 13th day, Mr. Dockerton, in December. I'll keep you posted, my man. Has Kevin Hart? Yeah, he's had Kevin. Wait, does he have Kevin on there right now? I know that they're doing a Thanksgiving sleepover. Start some Phasmo? No. Hey, what's up, Exile? How are you? He's had everybody on here. He's had everybody on here. Craziness. Craziness. He's kind of taking it to the next level, which is kind of nuts. Kind of nuts. All right. I will try. We would loved to have you. I would love to play more games, Doc. I don't know what day, when, where, what, whatever, but absolutely would love. Love. 600K is insane. It's nuts. Dude, do you realize that he reached over 500,000 subs? You got a channel warning? Yeah, probably for being rude, I would assume. Yeah. Catch Nuka Dave lately? Oh, of course. Always. Dave is streaming usually in the morning for me. He's usually streaming in the morning for me, so I can catch like him and Mike and some of the other friends while I'm at work. So while I'm editing, I do have the ability to open up streams, keep streams open. So I catch those guys in the mornings. It's up to 602K. Jesus, dude. Craziness. All right, I know where we're going. Yeah, he's nuts. That man has a patience level that cannot be beat. You can't beat Dave's patience. You can't. You won't. You can try. You will fail miserably. The amount of time he spends on a single map to get it done and do it right. Wild. Absolutely wild. You will. No, you won't. No. If you're trying to be more patient, then no, you will not. No, you won't. Hours. Yeah. Because he's trying to complete his challenge. Yeah, man. You guys can't beat my impatience. Okay, fair. 6 hours on high school once. Good God. It's because he wants to beat it, man. He wants to beat the run. I get it. But shit. Only 6. Wow. Rude. All right, friends. We are going to go raid. There's my Discord link if you want to stay updated on stream schedule or if I post new videos. We'll hold polls, votes, things like that inside of there. If you're looking for people to play Phasmo with, I have a Phasmo channel that people can look for games and some ghosty information in there as well. What's up, Dub? But then, yeah, there's the rest of the socials as well. I appreciate all the follows today, all the subs today. Jesus Christ. We are working towards a number that we haven't seen in a while, which is kind of crazy. We recently beat our highest hype train that we've ever had, which is fucking wild. So I'm dressing up as the Grinch and doing viewer games in December. So I'll keep you guys posted in the Discord when that's going to happen. But here are the raid messages. If you're a follower, that's for you. If you're a sub, that's for you. And my creepy little tier 3s, that is for you. I've been looking up how to do Grinch face paint, by the way. I've been looking it up. So listen, I'm going to do my best, okay? I'm going to do my best. Oh, Hawks, I appreciate it, man. We're going to try our best. Song is creepy. We know, and we love him. Practice Grinch run? No, listen, no, that's not how this works. Break. Have you seen Lockdown? Lockdown had an update. I didn't see the notes, but I saw a couple things on Tash's stream. Lots of green. Deans to beans. What up, homie? I need to read the patch notes. The only thing I saw was that she had really detailed fish in her hand that had faces on them. Like literally what looked like someone took a marker and drew a face on it. They're removing the update. What? Why? They said that they're removing it? Oh, Deans, it should be in your Twitch whispers. Send me the messages. I would love to see. Yeah. What update? Freaking Lockdown had an update that apparently they're taking away. I'm sad. Yeah, DM'd you. Yeah. All right. My lovely beans. Oh, hi, Z. Reptars. Rawr. Need to play before it goes away. When's it going away? Phoenix said she's going to DM me, so I'll double check. Max Lurker, hey, I appreciate you, friend. You lurk your lurks. You lurk your lurks. The favorite? Listen, I have a few that I like a lot. I like this one. I like my my Goosebumps shirt. There's a bunch I like. Yeah. Coming up on the 4-year anniversary. Holy shit. What do you get me? Hey, listen. The biggest high five that ever could high five the high five. Okay. Friends, we are going to go say hi to Mr. Glacius. Mr. Glacius is playing some Phasmophobia, so it's only appropriate, I think, that we go say hi. Glay is an absolute homie. He is my partner in crime. My partner in crime when it comes to lockdown, and we set the tone. We said it well. So we're going to go say hi to Glay. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for all of the subs today. Thank you for the raids, the follows. You all have been amazing. I appreciate you guys so much. So many new peeps coming over to Phasmos, and I love it. I love it. If you guys celebrate Thanksgiving, it is officially that day for me. So happy Thanksgiving to you if you do celebrate it. If you don't, I would still recommend getting turkey because it's delicious. But thank you guys. Appreciate you. Moon Buddy. Find mate, set tone. Trey. Find mate, set tone. But guys, have a great holiday. I will be back on Friday. I don't work on Friday, which is amazeballs. But I don't work on Friday, but we have stream on Friday. So I'll be playing with Coach and I'll be playing with Aldi. Super excited. Never make I don't like deviled eggs, so it's okay. But thank you, friends. I appreciate you. F-Dub, welcome. I appreciate you. Thank you. Tika, Inu, Mr. Song, all the homies. Y'all are amazing, man. Nelly, appreciate you. You guys are awesome. Let's go Santa Clay. Love you guys. See you on Friday. Bye.